For the past 21 days, we've been on the subject of personal leadership. And here at our Family Care Foundation, we know that Nigeria is colonizing the world. We know Africa is rising. We know our people who have been ignorant for far too long are waking up because of information and the knowledge that is available to us. We must embrace this fact and make it a very important occasion in the time of our race that will grow, will develop, and will grow and develop and rise out of the ashes of all that has put us to shame, that has put us to nothing, that has put our names in the black book, in the bad record. You know how much we Nigerians, we are addicted to miracles. We Africans, we are addicted to prayer, religion, miracles, and all other ways, superstitious ways of getting things done. As a matter of fact, it's very embarrassing when we come to the global family with that kind of attitude. We are a very, very intelligent race. And matter of fact too, nothing is wrong with us. It's just the path that we have chosen to walk on for far too long. Even though we have oppressors, even though we have situations that has pressed our neck for far too long, with this information age, it is a great opportunity for us to embody the attributes of mass and be courageous and begin to think for ourselves. Not only think for ourselves, but to wake up our soul, because we are a very humane race and we are not rising up to bring vengeance on those who have tortured us for far too long, but we are rising up to meet our soul, to meet our highest self, to meet the best we can do. But all this cannot be possible without discipline and structure. Whether you are the most spiritual person on this planet, you cannot survive or create anything tangible without discipline and structure. All the pastors and the men of God, the women of God you look up to pray for you, to heal you, to give you miracle, they have a structure. They fast at certain times, they eat at certain times, they pray at certain times, they study at certain times, they go to places you don't know at certain times. These are the structures that have composed them in the way that you look up to them as your God. Today, being the 21st and the last day of our 21-day retreat, I want to congratulate you if you have been following. And if this video ever gets to you, I want to congratulate you for finding this opportunity to see the variable that is missing in your growth, which is discipline and structure. And that is what SATURN, the black I'm putting on, represents. Africa, we need to discipline ourselves. We need to build structures that would help us deliver whatever we think we are building, whether our personal identity, our family, our businesses, or our world, our nation. Because without structure, things will be haphazard, things would not be grounded, things would not be predictable. And as far as we are in physical flesh here, no matter how spiritual we are, I repeat it again, if there is no structure to anchor spirit, then it will just keep moving like the wind. Maybe perhaps we have chosen to move like the wind, but as far as we are in this flesh, Look at the suffering of our people. Look at the ignorance we are wallowing in. Look at how much our young people are beginning to embrace the fact that education is a scam. Thereby, in this very moment, in this very time, in this very age where information is more than crude oil, they are beginning to abandon common sense. They are beginning to abandon the ability to learn and to improve. Without having a structure to learn, you continue to depreciate and sink into ignorance again. Africa, this is a call. Black people, this is a call that you rise beyond ignorance. Build a structure to help you grow. Without knowledge, you can't do that. Even if you have the natural ability and tendency to tap into spirit and get your information and download, you have to have a structure to hold whatever information you are getting from spirit. Even if you are a very devout Christian and you drink tea with God, you know the joke I'm telling, and you have all that opportunity to have a one-on-one with the Holy Spirit or whatever higher information feeds your soul, you need to have a structure. Miracles are not sustainable without structures. Miracles are not sustainable without discipline. As far as you are in this physical flesh, you need structure to build whatever you are calling your identity, your family, your nation, and anything. You see, in the last election, the current president of Nigeria, he bragged about structure. That man has been building structure since the time of NKO Abiola, and you see how it's almost like a walkover for him. And today he's the president of the country. There are many other examples you can think of. Look at how powerful the Catholic Church is in this world today. Is because they have structure. Look at governments of nations. Look at industries that have been for a long period of time. It's because they have structure. Structure and discipline is very key. In fact, it saves all the headache. It saves all the trouble. Even if you are doing one thing a day for the next 365 days, you would see that you will bear fruit. So today we thank you for the time you have given us through this 21 days personal leadership retreat. We thank you for being here. We thank you for sharing with us your time and the feedback we get from you. We thank you for recommending these videos to young people, for sharing it personally with them. And we thank you for the opportunity you've given to us to share the little we have to improve our community. Here at our Family Care Foundation, it's not just a 21-day retreat. We are in this until we see changes and improvement in our society, in our community, and not just changes, but sustainable changes anchored in hard work, anchored in discipline, anchored in beauty, anchored in knowledge, in courage, and all the wisdom of the ancients, of our ancestors that guided them, and we are now here. We are open to questions. We are open for more conversations like this as we continue to journey into 2026. And we wish you well in all that you are building, and know that we are always here whenever you need our support and you want to share ideas with us. We thank you for joining with us. We thank you for making this milestone possible, this 21-day personal leadership retreat. And as a matter of fact, the beautiful thing about it is it's on record now on Facebook, on YouTube, and our other channels for young persons who would want to have access to this information we have shared as a guide to lead them in their study to improve. Thank you very much, and we'll continue to journey with you. We hope you also open your doors to us when we come, and you walk with us as we continue to grow. Thank you, and see you in the next one.